Okay, so this is the video for question 1, which is about Forrester and Jamal's relationship. And once again, I'm going to take you on a bit of a journey onto selected parts of my house, but not very many. So this is a painting that my husband did, and I think it resonates really well with Finding Forrester, because it talks about what we believe and what the characters believe. And also, if I as a film director take you in for a close-up, we've come a long way. And that refers to the journey that Jamal and Forrester take. Wishing, having a desire to achieve something. Sport being that way out for Jamal at first when he gets the scholarship to Calais. Oh, where are we? Love, actually. So that idea about relationships and trust. Where are we? Building a dream. A bit of chaos theory. And here we go, taking a journey through, over to filming time. Okay. Now, the first question, those of you doing question 1, it's asking you to respond to the idea that Finding Forrester is a pleasant story of a friendship between an old man and a young boy, and how much do you agree with this? Is there more to the film that meets the eye? So some of the key words would be pleasant story of a friendship. Is it? Well, it appears that way at first, but, oopsie, but, and we took it over, is there more? And the answer is yes, okay? You have to say yes, there is more to it than just a pleasant friendship, because it's life-changing for them. You can't say that it's just a pleasant story, because it's not. It starts off that way, but they learn from each other. So you're being asked to delve deeply, to dig deeper, and there's my beautiful picture of a shovel. I just thought, in case you weren't sure, I'd just tell you it was a shovel for digging. So you need to dig deeper. So how are you going to do that? To back up your statement, that you do think it is more than just a pleasant story. So you've got to dig deep. And in doing that, you have a look at the plot. So you need to choose certain moments in the film to act as evidence for your statement that it is so much more than a pleasant story, and that it is life-changing. The relationship is a life-changing experience for them. So you think about some of the key events at the beginning when they first meet, the middle, and the ending. Now, there's actually, I'd like to highlight here as well, because that should be up higher. That refers to, oops, losing my pen. That refers to when Jamal takes Forrester to Madison Square Garden to see a basketball game, and Forrester gets, lost. This one here, what do you think that might refer to? Well, I'll give you a hint. Crawford accusing Jamal of plagiarism. And what happens around those events? That they're forced to help each other, they're forced to challenge each other, Forrester and Jamal, in order to get to this particular point at the end. And then this dude here riding on the bicycle off to achieve his dream. So when you're arguing your point that yes, it is more than just a simple, pleasant story of a friendship, you need to choose your moments carefully. And you need to choose moments that go across the film. So that way you can show that growth in the characters. Oops. Now, the next thing you need to do, and my screen has just gone funny, so bear with me a moment, and we'll just get ourselves back in. The next thing you need to do is when you're looking at these events, you need to think about how the events create a challenge and lead to growth in their relationship, and therefore in each characters. So once again, you could talk about the event at the basketball stadium, when they go to the baseball oval, some of the quotes as well. So when Forrester says to Jamal, because he's trying to keep Jamal at arm's distance, it's not exactly a soup question, so don't ask those personal questions, but eventually Forrester does open up, doesn't he? That shows you that it is more than just a pleasant story of a friendship. And when they're writing as well, punch the keys, damn it. These are just a couple of examples for you to think about. Now, remember, Van Sant uses these moments Oh, and technique. There's a page I need to flick over. Here we go. Sorry. Now, also, what you can do is you can choose a technique that emphasises a particular moment. So you could think about sound, and how that might help, diegetic or non-diegetic sound. The sound they can hear, the characters can hear, or sound that the audience hears. Think about mise-en-scène, so that's all the elements in a scene that indicate something about their changing relationship, and maybe camera techniques. So these are just some other things that you can use to help you communicate your understanding. But remember, keep it simple. Don't do them all for one particular event. If you choose to pick something, pick one thing. And that will just help your analysis and keep you away from retelling the story. Okay, now here we go. Remember, Vincent uses these moments or quotes and the techniques to communicate to the audience. Dun, dun, dun. What about the importance of relationships? Well, what? What do relationships do? Relationships, here we go. See, this was Forrester. He was a bit of a grumpy dude. And he stuck himself, because of his fears, behind a castle sort of thing in his apartment. And that's really what it was like for him. And his meeting Jamal, who was a pretty bit of a sporty dude, his meeting Jamal meant that both he and Jamal could achieve their dreams. And he's falling over because I can't, work with toys very well. Okay, so they're both able to, through their friendship, achieve their goals. And Forrester's was to ride off to Scotland before he died of cancer. And Jamal's was to stay at Malacallo, keep doing amazing things with sport, and fulfill his dreams. So even though it was bittersweet, it had a happy ending. Okay, so therefore the key point I want you to think about is Forrester and Jamal both help each other to overcome serious obstacles. They learn from each other. Okay, they learn from each other. So that's really important. All right, there'll be another film ready for you on Thursday, just to act as a bit of a checklist. But just remember, both these dudes help each other and ends up with a happy ending. Okay, thank you.